Okie doke, so we're back at this one again. And yesterday, my intention was to do a live feed, but I did take my 2-mile walk. Oh, by the way, I have not showered. I did take my 2-mile walk, and by the time I got back, my left leg wasn't working well, and I was beyond exhausted. I had to rest off and on for 3 hours and could barely stand. So I apologize for not doing a live feed. Last night when both my legs were bad, but when I could finally get my left leg to work properly, I came over and worked off and on this. I have to go grab some paint and I'll be right back. Now, I had been using a couple of brushes to try and fill in some of the jacket with darker colors. I'm using a Payne's Gray and a couple of blues. Let me go grab another brush full. A Payne's Gray and a couple of blues. And what I want to do is build up a little bit of texture in here. Texture and leaving some of the black gesso alone, not touching it. I decided to fill in, okay, I'm gonna have to do that off camera. Fill in some of the flowers that I had tried to color in. I'm just gonna fill them in with oil, black oil. So some will be super shiny, some will be flat black, so we'll get that interesting play on light that I like to do. But I was using another brush, or a couple of different brushes, and what was happening is no matter what I put on the brush, they were just pushing the paint around. They weren't covering, which is what I want. I don't want to dye the top of it in this particular instance. I actually want to cover. I want to apply texture, and I want to go over some of the boo-boos. So it took me several hours once I could stand up, for more than a minute at a time to figure it out. But I went and grabbed my favorite brush, which I've shown in one of my favorite brushes, which I've shown in other videos. And this is actually helping the paint to apply itself. So one would not think that a brush would be incapable of applying paint, but sometimes they are. Could be the material. I don't really know the scientific deep reasons why, but it doesn't always work. And I've left this guy on its side because standing it straight up, I'm just making the same marks over and over again on his face and in the reconstruction of his hand. I'm not seeing anything new. So we're doing what we always do, which is turn and turn and turn and turn, so I can see it with fresh eyes from different angles. Wow. This has helped so much. I actually hid this on myself for a little bit. I had it on my computer desk, so it was deeply hidden on my computer desk right by my coffee. What a numbnut. But now I know. This is a brush that's really going to help me to apply as opposed to some of the other ones. I want to bring up something else, and then I'm going to go shower. I'm going to do my walk, no matter how painful it is and how difficult. I'm going to go do my walk. I'm committed to it, as committed to it as I am to the artwork and to the videos and junk and stuff. We've been talking about the arts and culture in our new White House administration and what focus they're putting on the arts and culture, American culture, and how to move it forward. What I really love is seeing new art, new literature, new poets. Amanda Gorman brought to the forefront. It is insanely inspiring, but at the same time, I'm sitting here going, hi, I'm here. I have almost 500 videos. I've been doing it pretty consistently for 8 years. 8 years actually, starting this month, I think. Either this month or next month, making videos. I've been, using as much social media as possible, but I don't have connections. Let me put this down in a good place where I can find it later. But I don't have connections. I don't have celebrity connections. I don't have connections in the art world. I have you. We have each other. And that's not a bad thing. I'm not complaining about that. Coffee. But I got on Twitter this morning, and I know this is weird and a little crazy and far-fetched. But one of the things that I like to do is, or not like to do, but one of the things I do is, okay, this really is going to sound nutty, but I'll sit down and message or write like an Alec Baldwin, which I've done, or other celebrities who are constantly talking about the arts, and I'm like, hi, I'm here, this is what I do, this is, Alec Baldwin is a good example, this is the portrait I did of you, the painting I've done of you, this is who I am, this is my website, I'm in need of a celebrity partner or whatever, blah, 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 something along those lines. It's basically, hi, I'm here and I'm tap dancing as fast as I can, but I don't have clout. I don't have connections. I barely have connections here in the city I live in, for a variety of reasons, and right now it's COVID. But anyway, we'll skip all that. I'm always reaching out and saying, hi, I'm here, and I'm a workhorse. I really am a friggin' workhorse. Can we partner? Anything. I've tried reaching out about my book to a number of different people. My book's Stories from Scootertown. I know that you're interested in the arts. I know that you have children. This is a children's book I've been working on. Would you please take a look at it? And if you have any ideas on how I can improve, or, if you would like to partner on this, please get back to me. I never hear back from anyone. But I just keep trying. I keep trying. Anyway, excuse me. So this morning, that's my dirty little secret you don't know, is that I'm not stalking celebrities, but I try. I reach out to their publicists. I reach out to anyone, on their staff that I can find. Hi, my name is Beck Lane. I've been working my tail off for umpteen years, pretty consistently. Looking just for a tiny leg up. I don't put it that way, but I try. This morning I went on the White House Twitter page, and I know this sounds really, really desperate, but you gotta try. Sometimes you just gotta take a chance and feel like a fool if nothing happens. Or just feel like, okay, you didn't get back to me, I'll go to the next person. I'll try somebody else. So I went on the White House Twitter account, and I've written Kamala Harris, or tweeted to her. I tweeted Nancy Pelosi this morning because there was a post the other day about arts and culture and how important it is to the White House. So I wrote a couple of tweets that were like, I'm really glad that you guys are focusing on arts and culture in the United States, but what about the artists who aren't well connected or hit blockades because of gender, race, income, marital status, not being well connected, just not having access to the inside is pretty much what I was asking. Does the White House have a plan to promote less well-known artists? God bless Lin-Manuel Miranda, but we've seen him, and he was well connected in New York. That's how he rose to the top. What about the rest of us? What about the rest of the writers, the poets, the art, the painters, the creators? What about the rest of us? What about the rest of us who have to fight against gender and age? I got to share a story with you. I'm not terribly angry. I'm just trying to figure this out. How do we get us seen and recognized? And how do we have consistent income if we're not, Broadway stars and, film actors? I was actually in the grocery store. Oh, before I tell you this story, what I also wrote was my suggestion is the White House set up a celebrity partnership program. A celebrity, not mentoring, but helping to promote low-level artists who have a really strong portfolio, have shown consistency, but still have not been able to attain status. That's one thing I've asked different celebrities about. Would you consider partnering with me and helping other artists? It's not just me, but partnering with artists to help build careers. It doesn't seem that difficult to me. If you can spend hours and hours on Twitter, well, I don't say this, but if you can spend hours and hours on Twitter and Instagram and do all kinds of silly things, why not make a difference in some people's lives? If you have that status and that money, what is an hour a week going to cost you, or a half hour a week, or a 5-second post? How hard could that be? That's what I'm thinking. I do it for people. But anyway, so I was in the supermarket the other day, and there's a guy that's always there stocking shelves, and he's a tiny bit younger than I am. And I always joke with the people who I see every single time I go to the grocery store. I go, "You're always here." There's a manager I do that with, but a couple of guys who stock the shelves I do that with. I just recognize them and say hello. "You're always here. You're always here." Well, this one stock boy, what is that? This one stock boy who's in his 50s, I think he's Russian. His English is a little broken. He was talking to me and telling me that he's going for his real estate license and all this. And he saw that I had paint all over me, and he asked me a couple questions. I showed him a couple of my pieces, and first he said, "Wow, your work is powerful, it's original, but you're no Picasso." We very quickly went downhill from there. "But you're no Picasso. You'll never reach, you'll never be as good as him." And I just stood there patiently and went, okay. And then it was, his end of the conversation just kept ascending, where I ended it at when he said, "You just started too late." At that I went, okay, I'm all done, and turned around and walked away. And I'll probably never speak to him again. What a trashy thing to do. I can see you're vulnerable, so I'm going to put you down further. That's really pretty horrible. And I'm standing there like, but I've kind of developed I'm thinking I've developed my own style. I have thousands of people that follow me online. I'm selling work around the world, as we can. But who the fuck are you to stand here and belittle me when I, of course, didn't do it to him? You're 55 years old and you're going to get into real estate in the middle of a pandemic? That sounds like a winning proposition. Plus, you don't speak English well and you're not that pretty. I didn't say it because I'm not mean, but I'm not gonna tolerate that. I'm not going to tolerate wasting my time with someone who can't uplift others. And that's kind of the point of this. How can we help each other? And how can we help each other be seen and recognized? During World War II, there was the, oh God, it just went out of my head, the arts program in the White House, and the thing that helped turn the economy around. Oh my God, it just went out. The Works program, where people who had any ability and were out of work, they got jobs, whether it was replacing sidewalks, doing infrastructure work, replacing roads, digging ditches, whatever. But in the Works program, the arts were funded. People like Alice Neal are one of our little heroes. Alice Neal was actually paid for producing work. And it wasn't for producing work because she was a celebrity and was highly recognized and celebrated by New York, or by some, little community. It's not because she was the most popular girl in town. She and thousands and thousands of other artists were paid for producing artwork and therefore driving the arts and culture in the United States, also driving the economy, because purchasing supplies, purchasing what we need to produce any type of artwork, lends trillions of dollars to the economy. So it's not like, okay, we pay you to stay at home and color. We pay you, this was the thinking, we pay you to drive the arts, drive culture, produce work, and in your production of work, you're purchasing supplies to help drive the economy. So it's not just a handout, it is here you are a cornerstone in America. So I'm wondering what we can do. And I've been thinking about this for a long time, but I think now is a good opportunity for us to think and to push and to maybe reach out to the White House. We don't have connections, so what can we do? What can we do to help one another? Okay, I am definitely going to go shower. I am definitely going to go take my 2-mile walk. Fingers crossed I don't lose my legs. They're not feeling really well at the moment. They're kind of numb from the knees down. Not kind of, they are. So hopefully the shower will recalibrate my nervous system and I'll be able to walk. But I'm doing it one way or another. Hopefully I won't fall asleep when I get back. And hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll do another live stream and continue with this. All right, start using your noggin. Start thinking, who can we reach out to? Who can we start asking in the new administration? Is there a plan? If there's not a plan, let's produce our plan for ourselves, okay? Let's brainstorm here. All right, I'll see you guys later. Ciao, ciao. Oh, don't forget. If you'd like to help support Studio 120, because my rent is now way overdue. If you'd like to help support Studio 120, you can go on Cash App and leave a tip at Beck2583, Beck, B-E-C-K at 2583, or PayPal, becklane.ymail.com. Beck, B-E-C-K, Lane, L-A-N-E, at ymail.com. It's like yahoo.com, but without the ahoo part. It's ymail.com. Also, you can go on TeePublic, purchase images of my work on mugs, pillows. Pillows are really cool. Phone cases, buttons, t-shirts, hoodies, all kinds of things. And also, if you're interested in my work and what I do, if you'd like to own a piece of artwork, the links to Blue Egg Gallery and Chasen Gallery are listed down below. I have other galleries as well. You can just email me and ask any questions, okay? All right, stinkiness, stinky. I'm gonna go shower. Ciao, ciao. Ready, Carrie? Here we go. And, oh, and Patreon, hashtag cats, meow, 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 boink.